Alrighty, there we go. I just have to, I want to post the address for this. Bigfoot in the eyes of the great masters. Oh, I gotta shut this off. Okay, here we go. Huh. Turn on Windows backup. Screw you. Okay. I'm just inviting people from, people from Facebook. I don't think anyone's going to show up. But still. Oof. Yay! And I can sign out of Facebook. Turn that off. Turn this off. And now I'm going to invite my dickhead friends. See if they show up. They probably won't. Library. My videos. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. This ain't showing up. Oh no. Oh no. Let me see. What if I do my channel? There we go. Okay. Now. Oh wow. Yeah, I'm my one viewer. All right. So no, that's not what I want to do. I'm trying to get the the address for this. No, stop that. Oh God. Apparently I can give myself hearts and shit though. That's nice. How do I... What's that? No. And I better not be... I'm supposed to be streaming at much higher resolution. Shit, how do I get the goddamn address? Now I got 2 viewers. Oh boy. But how do I get the address? I want the address. I want to put this on... Wait, if I click here... Here's my phone. Oh, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to send a message to my friends and see if they... Wow. Alright, this has to stop. Stop. I'm live now on YT. Search for my... Yeah, and it knows I'm using the name My Whisper, so when I put in my, it should immediately put Whisper, but it doesn't. It's got its own mind. Anyway, I'm going to shut this down. Yeah, so I've been using Stable Diffusion. I love it. It's an AI image generator, if you don't know what it is. It's akin to Midjourney or Dolly or any others out there. Adobe Firefly, I think, is what Adobe is putting out now. But it's a lot of fun. And what I love about Stable Diffusion is that it lives entirely on your computer. You can use it on a website in case you don't have the hardware, but it's a localized version. You know, it's not like Midjourney. So I got hair in my mouth. In addition to all its capabilities, it has profiles on I would say over 1,800 different artists, everything from Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, Raphael, all the Ninja Turtles, Francisco Goya, Hieronymus Bosch, Rembrandt, Botticelli, Norman Rockwell, Peter Paul Rubens, Caravaggio, Pablo Picasso, and on and on. And those are the ones that I did. Anyway, I'm going to switch over. And yeah. Now it's working? Okay. Yeah, all right. Apparently my mic was what do you call it? Um was muted. Was muted in the software but not in the hardware, but blah blah blah. Anyway, yeah, this is Bigfoot according to SDXL, Stable Diffusion XL, how it would have been depicted by Leonardo da Vinci. I was muted before. Stable Diffusion XL, I don't know if Stable Diffusion 1.0 or 1.5 has this feature, but it has, I don't know what else to call it, but the styles of more than 1,800 different artists, everything from Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, Raphael. I made a Ninja Turtle joke before. It was kind of funny. Caravaggio, artists I never even heard of. Chuck Close is even in there. And the funny thing about Chuck Close is everything he does is photorealistic. So take a picture. Anyway, here we go. There are about 64 of these. Oh, crap. All right, let me just click on this and then click on it again. And here we go. So I asked for highly detailed and annotated drawings, figure studies by Leonardo da Vinci depicting Bigfoot. And this is what I got. And I did Michelangelo as well. And I love these drawings. I love these little side notes down here. This one here, the long beard and stuff. And it reminds me of the woodsman you see in old English churches. Yeah, I love AI art generation because it's almost like there's something very, very naive to it. Like and unexpected too, like the additional breasts down here. And you're going to see a lot of errors, especially with the toes and the fingers. But so far, so good. The faces are absolutely beautiful. I mean, as far as like giving me what I'm asking for. Again, you know, is this like a Duplo down here? I don't know. But we got many more to go. And I still have, after this, like 5 more beers, so. But Leonardo da Vinci, in addition to his figure studies and his, what the hell? He did something called grotesques. And these were studies, facial studies, that departed from the classical beauty that that was flooding into Florence, the influence at the time. And that's one of the things I always liked about Leonardo da Vinci, was that he found the beauty in the ugliness, so to speak, or in what is classically or conventionally unattractive. and but he found the beauty in Bigfoot, at least according to SDXL. These are beautiful. I love these. And I didn't really get to go through them. I generated these 2 days ago. And I didn't really get a chance to go through them. There was the, you can see a finger emerging right here, and that's what's going to happen. The method that I used what do you call it? A basic pass using the SDXL base model. And then I passed it through a refiner model, excuse me, with a 1.5 power enlargement. And this workflow, you know what? I'm going to do this before I sign off, so I remember. But it comes from a guy named Scott Detweiler, and he is the quality control guy for SDXL. So he's in the company. And the workflow is using a user interface called Comfy UI. And Comfy UI is fantastic in that it's a node-based workflow, or a node-based tool rather, and it's similar to the node-based features in Blender, or I think Maya's doing it now. I haven't used any Autodesk products in years. I used to use Mudbox, and I really liked it. And then I got hooked on ZBrush, and then I couldn't afford it. And now I'm about to dive back into Blender for the, what do you call it? For the sculpting, not for the lulls, for the sculpting. But these are gorgeous. What I don't like are these features down here, and these come from the refinement model. But the refinement model is what gives you this beautiful detail in the fur. Oh God, look at these feet. And these scatological diagrams that really are nothing. They're just samplings of, I guess, Leonardo's notebooks. But I'm sure it doesn't say anything. I'm going to try zooming in. But yeah, this is chicken scratch. And this is just weird. And it's a shame that this is happening, but I guarantee you, when SDXL 2.0 comes out, or 1.5, or 1.1 even, SDXL is at 1.0 right now, from what I understand. This is just the beginning, and I love the little Gandalf here in the corner. That's sweet. I don't know what this is supposed to be a map of. It looks like a map. I guess that's supposed to be the west coast of the United States, which in Leonardo's time. Oh crap! I'm just gonna really quickly look up when Leonardo da Vinci lived and died. And that was, yeah, 1452 to 1519. So he was aware of the Columbus expedition. I don't want to call it the discovery of America, since that happened, God, it may have happened like 20, 30, 40,000 years ago, maybe even further back. There's a YouTuber named Stefan Milo who is a wonderful YouTuber. His videos are very impromptu and very what's the word? When crap. It's oh God, what's the word? they're very mellow and very relaxed and very cool to watch. And one of the things is that I have a friend who's very, very, very into Graham Hancock. And who's the other guy who hangs out with Graham Hancock? I can't think of his name right now, but they strongly support the idea that the North American glaciers were disrupted and really quickly melted by meteors or asteroid collision, some sort of celestial collision. I don't know. I don't give a rat's ass. I don't care. But it's fun to think about, and it's fun to look at maps and think you see something, or you're sure you see something, and it's wild. But Stefan Milo, I think this is the one I used for the thumbnail. Stefan Milo, he went piece by piece. I didn't watch the video. I intend to someday, but he picked apart Graham Hancock's arguments one by one. And like I said, I didn't watch the video, so I couldn't, and I'm a dumbass. I'm a high school dropout, to tell you the truth. I'm supposed to have an associate's degree in studio arts, but I never got the paperwork from Suffolk County Community College because I don't think I technically graduated. So, but I don't give a rat's ass either way. I really don't care. This is what I care about. I care about Bigfoot and his extra nipples. But look at that hair. Look at that. Look at the details on the face. That's gorgeous. Now, knowing that this AI model not only knows what Bigfoot is, but knows how Leonardo da Vinci would depict him. And that just makes me want to have a few more beers. The toes, again, and the fingers, details. There has to be a way of curbing this, and I think there is, using negative prompts. And the next time I try to generate these, I'm going to try using another model. There's a website called Civit AI, CIVIT AI, and that's .com. And they will, oh my God, he's got a hand for a penis. My friend Norm, he has a joke. Hear about the guy with 5 penises? Wait, no, his something fit like a glove. I don't know, some shit like that. I don't know. But yeah, I gotta send this to him. We're still friends. We've been friends since junior high. And now we're like in our mid to late 50s, which is funny as hell. But he still looks good, and that makes me happy. I'm thinking of like Ray Davies. I'm an ape man. I'm an ape man. God, I love the Kinks. And here we go. More diagrams. I got 64 of these, so I should go a little quicker. Again, the toes are a mess, but God, look at the face. The faces in these are just absolutely stunning. And cross sections of trees. And you see the funny looking penis on this guy. I guess we're gonna get age restricted. But yeah, I wonder with this. I mean, it's just random on the behalf of the what do you call it? The art generator, the AI art generator. But still, I feel like there's this connection between, like, when did Bigfoot branch off from our lineage, and could that point be found in those tree rings? Probably not. I don't think there's any trees that old. But before I go, I'm going to show some artwork. AI generated, of course. Um, that pertains to something that lives in my brain. And again, wherever the hair detail suggests a hand, the AI will start to generate a hand. So what this is telling me is that the refinement pass should not be more than like maybe 5 or 6 steps. Each rendering step, and I'm just calling it a rendering step because I end up with a render. In the base model, I've seen people get away with as little as 12 steps. Even less than that. There's a wonderful video where a guy goes through, and I forgot his name, and I'm really sorry I did because I like this guy. But he goes through and he makes lighthouses. And he tells, oh, this one I like a lot. I like the determined look on the face. I love the expression. But anyway, he in the prompt, he puts down a lighthouse, and in like 1 or 2 steps from just a field of color noise, you start to see the shape of the lighthouse taking form. So I think I did these like around 30 steps, which gives the base model plenty of time to define the form. But I think I added like another 12 to 16 steps in the refiner, and I think that was way too many. I don't think it should be more than like 6 to 8. Although I did have some issues with some other things, with some landscapes, where that few steps in the refiner caused me some issues. I'm not laughing at the toes, even though they are ridiculous. And the proto faces and the kneecaps, I'm laughing at this right here. And it's not really all that funny, but it's tickling my funny bone. Oh, I'm loving this. The hips are. I gotta look through some Leonardo notebooks and see if that was a common feature in his figure studies. Really quick, this I guess you would call it like an anterior pelvic tilt, which is something that I'm trying to overcome right now, with the blessings of Jeff Cavalier of Athlete X, of course. But there you go. That's some nice Sasquatch butt for you. And that classic V shape that we all strive for in fitness. Oh, I love the faces. Again, this face here. And I wonder what this was trained on to give me these faces. What was the model trained on? Because you have to train an AI model to depict whatever you want it to depict. So whoever trained SDXL, because these are the ones straight from Hugging Face. That's the company that makes SDXL, Stable Diffusion. I wonder what they used to train the model on Bigfoot. And if it just knows that Bigfoot is an ape man, so it combines ape and man. Yeah. Oh, and that's the last one for Leonardo da Vinci's figure studies. So let's see what else Da Vinci gives us. Vitruvian Bigfoot. We'll run through these really quick, because this can get boring really quickly. But yeah. I'm going to do these quick. There's 64 of them. And none of them have the doubling of the legs. I already kind of ran through them. I like the ones where he's not in the strict Vitruvian pose, but none of them are. This was the one I chose for the thumbnail because it shows the classic Patterson-Gimlin Bigfoot stride. Here we go. I want to print these out so I can burn the edges. Oh, that's... Oh, yeah. That one looks... I don't know. And we'll buzz through the paintings really quickly. Because I still have 12 more artists to go. And I still got 5 more beers in the fridge. And I'm sorry about the way it jumps. That's just the way Windows, when you're using the photo viewer. It resizes it. First it tries to, you know, fill the screen, and then it realizes that the picture is smaller than the screen. If it wasn't for Adobe, I think I would go Linux. But Adobe doesn't run on Linux. Now you can run Windows from in a virtual machine on a Linux system. And I got 64 cores, so I mean, I might as well. Because Windows kind of regularly pisses me off. And I would rather just run Windows in a virtual machine. So that way, in case anything screwed up does happen, I could just boot into Linux and not have to deal with their bullshit. Because I watched some Ordinary Gamers, and like he put out a video on Konami today, and I haven't played a Konami day since I had a Konami game, and since I had a Sega Genesis. So I really don't care about Konami. But when he talks about viruses, when he talks about anything having to do with computer security or hacking or anything like that, I pay attention. And I would suggest anybody, unless you got another computer guy who's just as good. Damn, how many more are there? Alright, let me just see something. Oops. All right. Oh, that's the last one. All right, cool. All right, so now we'll take a look at the Da Vinci paintings. Oops. And these are the ones I wanted. And yeah, these are pretty much all going to look like the Mona Lisa. But I love Stable Diffusion. This is great. I signed up for Midjourney when it was still in beta. And as an artist, I am not at all accomplished. Not at all. I've had instructors tell me that they love my hands, and I have the hands of a this or a that, or the soul of something else, and I have my issues. You get more out of me handing me a musical instrument than handing me a pencil or a brush or a pen. But I'm better at drawing and painting or sculpting than I am with music. And now, thanks to AI, I don't have to be good at anything. Oh, this one's beautiful. And I love the way the hand is coming over the frame. That's that comes with an art style called trompe l'oeil, which means trick of the eye in French. and or trick the eye in French. And it was something I tried on my own, and if I can dig it out, I'll put the painting up to the camera later on. It's a little tiny painting. It's about the size of the palm of your hand. Oh yeah. Not all of them look like they would have been painted by Da Vinci, though. Like, some of this stuff looks like it's like digital art, and some of it just looks like the background looks like Da Vinci. Maybe the Sasquatch. Maybe this one here. This is the last one anyway. So we're done with Da Vinci. Yeah, you can see my list here. Michelangelo. Oh wait, yeah, screw it. We'll do the figure studies. And these do look different than Da Vinci figure studies. They have a very different character to them. And Da Vinci and Michelangelo are the only ones I did the figure studies for. I was going to do it for Raphael, but I wanted, oh my God. Yeah, very, very different between Michelangelo and Da Vinci. Michelangelo was the muscle guy. I like the call outs on this one. The faces, though, and the fur detail, absolutely beautiful. When I see this here, the white pigment on the toned paper, I want to do that again. I tried that a few times. Mixed results. I was in a drawing class. It was when I was getting my associate's degree, my supposed associate's degree. Ooh, excuse me. I like to call it an ass degree. See, look right here. Ass degree. Oops. Suffolk Community College was kind of cool, but in the end, it was very, very disappointing. Some of the instructors were absolutely awesome. I loved them. There was one, my painting teacher. Her name was Ronnie. I hope it still is. She was retiring. I think she's in her 80s now. But I loved her. I loved her to death. Real soul of an artist type. And she was a type. She was. And she would admit to it too. Oh, what was the, there was a joke I made to her. Because she was like, this, at the time, the U.S. had already invaded Afghanistan and was working on Congress to get into Iraq. And at the time, I was a total apathist. I could give a rat's ass either way. I just wanted my degree. I wanted to make money and get out of my mom's house. Yeah. I went to an art club meeting. What the hell is that supposed to be? All right, that's clearly not a penis. It looks like it's part of the leg, so no adult tag on this. But anyway, yeah, I was an apathist. So I went to the art club meeting, and the whole thing was about, oh God, The whole thing was about, how are we going to protest the war? And it's like, I don't want to protest the war. I want to do figure studies. I want to explore some new media. I never tried gouache. I never tried acrylic. I only had limited exposure to oil painting, and watercolor. So I really wanted to pick their brains, and I had never sculpted. I mean, I had, but I hadn't, and I never sculpted with any kind of guidance. And the head of the art club was the sculpting teacher, so I was like so excited, and she was just such a stereotype, and it sucked. Anyway, that's the end of the Michelangelo figure studies. Now we're going to do the Michelangelo sculptures. We'll do the frescoes next. But I'm going to leave you with this one for a few minutes while I go get another beer. Alrighty. So that's, I asked for 64 raw photos of Michelangelo's Bigfoot in marble. So here we go. Let's see. Oh, I got a message. Oh, yeah. Bigfoot according to the great masters. I should have capitalized that. But yeah. Anyway, here's so you're gonna see some really, really wild things here. And I don't know. Look at that face. I don't know if it made any penises. I hope it didn't, because I really don't want to get the age restriction. That, yeah, there we go. That's Bigfoot-ish. So it looks like he's. What the hell is behind him? I see 2 feet. 2 feet that look kind of, I don't know what the hell that's supposed to be. I guess lion's feet? Look, he's crapping a lion. There you go. That's very classically Michelangelo pose. And that one, that's the one of Hercules done as Bigfoot. I kind of remember these. Michelangelo did a sculpture of Moses where he has like little horns on his head or some weird shit like that. I have no idea. But what the hell? If you put wings on it, it almost looks like the Led Zeppelin angel. But yeah, you see that's, and this right here. See, sometimes you'll get really weird generations from AI art models. And Stable Diffusion is no exception. This one kind of looks like Jason Momoa, and I feel bad for saying that because I like Jason Momoa. He strikes me as, I mean, I know a lot of big guys like Marines and shit like that who are just like fun people to be around. You know, and they're not like bullies or needlessly aggressive or anything like that. And Jason Momoa just comes across as that kind of guy. And the funny thing is, there's a photo going around right now of Jason Momoa and two of his bodyguards who are considerably smaller than him. The thing is, though, is that they were saying, look at the difference in the sizes or whatnot. I forgot what smart-ass remark they made. The thing is, though, is that the man may not be that aggressive. And that really, there's a guy named Bradley Martin who's going around right now talking about how, he can beat up anyone because he's so much bigger than everyone. There was a guy I knew for a brief while. I wasn't close to him, but he was this little guy, little scrapper, and he loved fighting people twice his size because once he got them on the ground, they were entirely at his mercy. And I would love to see this little guy fucking get his hands on Bradley Martin. I like Bradley Martin, kinda. Actually, no, I like Craig Goliath. That's the guy I like. Yeah, I don't really follow Bradley Martin. I mean, now that he's talking about fighting and all this shit, like any other YouTube influencer, like one of the Paul brothers or such shit, Greg Goliath or Craig Goliath, I think it's Craig. He's just on getting big. His whole thing is how big can I get? And that's kind of cool. Even though I'm really, I'll never do steroids, I'll never do SARMs, but, these are just getting more and more ridiculous. The hell? What the hell? Look at the face on this thing down here. Yeah, they're in the refinement process, the refinement pass. Weird shit's gonna happen. Look at that nipple. That is an eye-catching nipple. The rest of it, though, if you were to crop, like say right here, it looks like a photograph of an actual statue. Zoom out, and there you go. There are, is he wearing a baseball cap? There are negative prompts. One of them, I think, is easy negative. And that's an embedding. And that's something I haven't really grasped with Stable Diffusion yet. Ooh, excuse me. But something I do want to dive into, and I think it's only available for Stable Diffusion 1.5, is the AnimateDiff node. Or the AnimateDiff workflow. I don't really know what I should call it. Yeah. And, yeah, okay. For a while, I thought I might have been bisexual, but this has definitely turned me off to masculinity. I definitely don't have an eye for any of these. Michelangelo, if you've ever seen the Pietà, that is one of the most beautiful sculptures that ever existed. And it's Mary Magdalene holding the body of Christ. And, he's dead. And it's really just, like the veins in his arms and the everything in such beautiful detail. Yeah, we'll take a look at these. These are Michelangelo frescoes of Bigfoot. And they kind of, they look like his work. I did, aside from the, and this one kind of mixes it mixes the sculpture, and his frescoes don't look like this. This looks more like, I want to say like church or coal, but no, they weren't that detailed. You're talking like modern artists nowadays, like Hildebrandt and those guys. And even then, this is photographic. You can tell by the, what do you call it? The autofocus foreground elements. There's depth of field in this. But anyway, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Stable Diffusion has a problem with fingers, toes, and nipples. Look at the look on his face. Like, yeah, tell me about it. I got screwed up fingers and screwed up nipples. And look at this guy down here. Oh my God, look at that. Oh, yeah. What's beautiful about Stable Diffusion is that when I have a website, I'm going to make all these available. Every single thing I generate with Stable Diffusion. If you take the PNG, PNG is like a JPEG or a GIF. It's just a different format, like a TIF. But the PNG, it can carry layers, and it can carry transparency, and it can also carry information. And what's great is if you take a PNG generated by Stable Diffusion, generated in the Comfy UI user interface, if you drop that PNG into the Comfy UI user interface, it will what do you call it? It'll call up the exact parameters and all the nodes. And if you have the Comfy UI manager, if you're missing any of those custom nodes, it has the utility to download them for you, although mine doesn't seem to work, which really pisses me off. Oh, these are gorgeous. Yeah, but this doesn't, well, I guess it does. Here you go. I kind of dig this guy here, but I don't know what this is going on here. And this looks like something from my other, I wonder if Stable Diffusion is influenced? I don't think so. I think once an AI model is trained, it's trained. I don't think it's influenced any further by usage. Although that would be so freaking cool. Because before I sign off, I'm going to show you what I call the arboliths. And I act like they're a big deal, but they're not. It's just something I created. And the word arbolith is used by a company. And I think it's a furniture. I think it's a furniture company. Or a decorative. Something with home furnishings. Ah. And I'm having Polana Oktoberfest Marzenbier, which is so good. And Hofbrau Oktoberfest. Usually I live in Kentucky right now. I live in Lexington, Kentucky. And it's a beautiful little city surrounded by gorgeous farmland. But they don't sell Spaten beer. And the two major places to buy alcohol, Total Wines and Liquor Barn, excuse me, both stopped selling Spaten the same month I moved down here. And the funny thing is that they both still sell the Franzenscanner, which, all right, it's fun. It's a sweet little Christmas beer. It's a winter beer. It's not what I want. Yeah, I'm probably going to start whining and bitching about it. Here we go. Wait a minute, what the hell? Yeah. Yeah, SDXL. Oh. You see, now, if he was sitting on a toilet, that expression would be warranted. But look at this shit here. The roots of the trees. I have a feeling if I go back and check out, what do you call it? The unrefined. Actually, I'm going to do that right now. So that was what? That was 216. So I'm going to be looking for 215. I guarantee you. Oh, wait, no. All right, so it had these like cherubs, or these proto-cherubs, and they became, so I'll make sure. This became that, where it totally took away the I don't want to say anthropomorphic, the humanoid shape, and replaced it with this like collection of radiated limbs mutated together. Who the hell knows? There he is, holding a tree, holding a sapling, and with a rather nondescript pubic bulge. I don't know what to call it. There you go. Saint Sasquatch. And this one I just love. And I think this is the last one. Nope. Bigfoot pontificating in his natural settings. And I kind of like the way this guy here is like staring up. I've stared up at Rush like that at concerts. They don't like it. Yeah. Anyway. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Sitting on the bowl. If you ever saw, there's a drawing. Actually, no, it's a drawing of Frank Zappa sitting on the toilet. And it may have been taken from a photograph. I don't think so. I think it was actually drawn. The cover of what do you call it? These are by Vincent Van Gogh. These are by Robo Vincent Van Gogh. The album cover for Jethro Tull's Songs from the Wood is a painting. And you look at it and you're like, that's not a painting, that's a photo. No, that's a painting. No, that's a photo. Really, really good. When people truly love your work, they will draw you, they will paint you, and they will impress you. Oh, yeah. See, I wonder, now, Vincent Van Gogh was alive at the time when the stories of Sasquatch were drifting across the United States to the East Coast cities and finding their way across the Atlantic. And I wonder if Vincent Van Gogh ever bent his thoughts towards the idea of wild men or wild ape men or a humanoid species, primal and undeveloped, or at least developed in our sense. But you know what? These are the refined ones. And you can see the brush strokes. I'm going to buzz through these quickly because I want to show the unrefined versions. Because you can really see the impasto effect. And it's really, really, really evident. Very clear. But I want to do all of these. These are gorgeous. I love the way it does Van Gogh. Although I was never really a fan of Van Gogh. I mean, I've done some paintings using the same palette, but I've never done impasto because I'm just too impatient. Yeah, yeah, you can see where it started trying to make hands out of the fur detail. When you have these long strokes, the computer will start seeing fingers. Yep, once again, in trouble with the nipple. Oh dear. Oh dear. I mean, this guy here, I don't know what's up with him, but look at that crap. Wow. But I love this back here. Too many fingers. This back here. I might... Yeah. You see, you can put anything in. See, over here, yeah, you see this? It's not as evident when you zoom in, but right here, you can see that impasto effect. You can see, like, actual dimension to the detail. He's got a blep on that one. Hey. And that's the last one. I'm just gonna show the unrefined ones. Like you see the impasto effect. You see, like right up here especially, you can see that thickness of the paint. Oh, okay. So I copied them. I didn't move them. But you can see. And I wonder, I haven't looked at Van Gogh's work in many, many years, not since I was in college. I don't know which is closer to the level of detail, this or this. But it doesn't matter. Because he's dead. Anyway, here's Rembrandt. Rembrandt van Rijn. At least according to Phantom Limb. And if you know who Phantom Limb is, then you and I should be friends. Because Phantom Limb... God, I love Phantom Limb. I love the Monarch too, though. So when they were having their rivalry, I was... and I haven't seen what is it called? Baboon Blood, something like that? I haven't seen that yet. I haven't seen the last episode, the last season of Venture Brothers. But yeah, Rembrandt van Rijn. And I don't know much about it. I know his wife died. And afterwards, he would put her in the painting, sometimes in the background, or sometimes she would be like a ghostly figure. This isn't her. Neither is this. He didn't marry a man, as far as I know. I only know one painting of his, The Night Watch. This is pretty wild. This is great. I love this down here. So he gives... If it wasn't for the hand, this would be spectacular. He's putting Bigfoot. I think in the prompt, the little guy here. I think in the prompt I said in contemporaneous Dutch settings. So otherwise, it would have had Bigfoot in the woods, which. You know, it doesn't really, it wouldn't have been as fun. Look at this right down here. When I get to Hieronymus Bosch, oh, you're going to have fun. Or I'm going to have fun. I don't even know if there's anyone there. I can't even see the what do you call it thing. Oops. But I love SDXL, and yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot of things with it. Actually, I want to try out. I haven't done a single thing with Stable Diffusion 1.5 or 1.0, and I've heard some people say that they actually prefer it to XL. By the way, SDXL stands for Stable Diffusion Extra Large. Stable Diffusion 1.5 is it will generate 512 by 512 images, which I think are half a megapixel. The SDXL does 1024 by 1024. I love this. Reminds me of the little guy in what do you call it? The Island of Dr. Moreau. At South Park, parodied so beautifully. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Like Donald Duck, Rembrandt does not give Sasquatch pants. Oh. Yep. He's got a shirt, he's got a coat, he's got a belt, he's got a hat, but no pants. Oh. That's gorgeous. That really is gorgeous. Rembrandt's painting style was a precursor to pointillism. Seurat made pointillism famous. He had this, I forgot what it was called, but it was a lakeshore park in France. Oh shit! Why didn't I do Bigfoot by Seurat? George Seurat. It's spelled Seurat, but it's pronounced Seurat. Is that a little bear? A little bear cub. You know, that's the thing. I listen to Bob Gimlin. Like, whenever Bob Gimlin makes a video, I watch it. And maybe not right away, but I'll time it for like when I'm going to bed, because I love Bob Gimlin. I love his videos. I love his channel. I don't recall ever hearing about interactions between Bigfoot and bear. And whether or not you believe in Bigfoot is irrelevant. These are the stories. These are, okay, this is the last one. The accounts that people give of their experiences with Bigfoot, again, whether imagined or real. I don't recall any of them ever mentioning bears. Now, this came out crappy, and the first couple of them are going to be that way. I think it's the first 8, first 9. So this was Bigfoot in the Garden of Earthly Delights, and it came out really crappy in every single one. But I have a feeling that this is the palette that the painting is in. I haven't seen it in a while. It looks a bit washed out. Anyway, here's Bigfoot in Hell, according to Hieronymus Bosch. And I think there's 32 of these. There's 32 of Bigfoot in Hell, Bigfoot in Paradise, and Bigfoot in Purgatory. But he looks so enthusiastic here. He's got this guy up on a stick. And I have no, I guess this is a demon because he's flying above everyone. Either that or it's a denizen of hell who's been launched. Yeah. I gotta look up Hieronymus Bosch again, though, because I don't think he was as perspective-oriented. I think he more or less limited perspective according to like a very localized portion of his painting. But I don't know. I haven't checked his stuff out in a long time. Aw. Wait a minute. This thing down here is just like sitting very casually as everything else is going on around it. Oh, these are beautiful. And I almost want to generate just paintings by the great masters that don't exist. I mean, of course, the Bigfoot paintings do not exist. They never existed. They never will exist. But just letting the computer, I mean, because I love my computer. I can deal with homelessness. I could sleep in my car. I could sleep in a dumpster. I don't care. My computer is what I worry about. My computer needs a home. And so that's why I need a home. Otherwise, I could care less. I did a 6-mile hike through the Catskills with a friend of mine. And 6 miles in the Catskills doesn't sound like much, but do 6 miles in the Catskills. You know, you'll be walking through boulder fields, you'll be going up inclines, you'll be going down inclines, you'll be scrambling part ways. And we did it with 70-pound packs, and neither of us got more than an hour and a half sleep, but we were both so charged up. And yeah, it was a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful weekend. It was a 4-day weekend, actually. But, oh, God, it was spectacular. And I shot video, and I don't know if I still have the video, but I like tonight, I just wouldn't stop talking. I was just babbling my head off. But I wasn't drunk, so, I mean, today, yeah, I've been drinking since 1 in the afternoon. And I'm drinking this Oktoberfest beer instead of like Rolling Rock or Heineken. Heineken's very clean, but Rolling Rock is just as clean. So I can drink like easily like more than a gallon of Rolling Rock. In fact, I've done like 150, 175 fluid ounces, and didn't get polluted drunk. I just slept very well. And it's not like a boast or anything like that, but this Oktoberfest beer, after 3 of them, I was like, oh my God, I'm getting my ass kicked. Goody. Because I really do. I drink to get drunk. I mean, I love beer, but if it didn't get me drunk, I probably wouldn't drink it as much. What's with the friggin' nipples? SDXL has a serious nipple problem. What the hell? I guess that's Kronos or Saturn. I don't know. Bigfoot in hell. It's sure taken a while to get out of hell, though. Because I also did Paradise, and now here we go. Here's Paradise. Bigfoot looks very mellow. A little fucked up, but still very mellow. Now here he looks like he's getting a little agitated. Here he looks much smaller. Oh, one of the things I put in with the prompt was an extremely populated. Because that is how you would describe Hieronymus Bosch, his paintings, as being extremely populated. So that's what we got going on here. And I guess the Purgatorios. You know what? I may not be able to tell Purgatory from Paradise. Which sounds, this looks more like Purgatory. But that kind of sounds, you see, but this looks to me more like paradise than the other stuff. Which is, I guess, why I'm a non-Abrahamic. To me, the natural world is paradise. Big red nipples. Thank you, SDXL. And how many friggin' moons do we need? There we go. Back to one moon. That's all we need. What's going on over here? Now, according to what I understand, you only get to say fuck once in a video. Otherwise, you get demonetized if you say fuck more than once. So I said fuck at least twice, well, 3 times now. So I'm not getting monetized. Or at least not this video. But let's face it. I don't think I was meant for monetization. What the hell? And the knee is bent the wrong way. Oh dear. And this looks like it was going to be a dog, but... And this guy... You don't look so good. Anyway, I'm just going to do something really quick. Now this looks like hell again. Or a more hellish version of Purgatory? I don't know. Oh, yeah. It looks like that orc in Lord of the Rings movies. Oh God, I used to love Lord of the Rings. And when I first saw the Ralph Bakshi movies, I think I had already read The Hobbit. I was like around 12. No, I was 11. And I read The Hobbit, tried to read The Hobbit, saw the cartoon several times, but, you know. And then the Ralph Bakshi movie hit me, and holy shit. Around the same time, I discovered a band called Yes, and another band called Jethro Tull. And it was like the perfect storm of English influence over my life. Which somehow got bastardized into France and St. Joan of Arc. And how that happened, I really don't remember, but I'm sure it was weird. Like this guy down here and this guy here. What the hell? He looks like a cyborg beetle man mime. And this guy here is like all kinds of messed up too. Actually, everyone in this frame is completely screwed, including Bigfoot. It looks like he's drank like way too much coffee. Oh, and now the hemorrhoids hit. Oh God, this guy really bad. Ah, my ass is in flaming wreckage. It stings. It burns. Yeah. All right, so I have a feeling, I think we're coming to the end of Hieronymus Bosch. What the hell? This looks like it wants to be a horse, but see, that's what's fucked up about AI art generators, especially freeformers like Stable Diffusion. I call it a freeformer because I don't know how it works, but I have a suspicion in that it will, well, how they work. They start off with just a random field of noise, random pixels of various hue and value, and it tries to pick out forms according to the prompt you give it. So if you say Bigfoot in hell, as depicted by Anonymous Bosch, this is what you end up with, little by little. In fact, oh dear God. Yeah, but look at, I mean, the hell? Yeah. Oh, look at this stuff. Oh God, this head underneath the root. Oh my God. I mean, but you could probably train this to give you less convoluted forms. You know, something that makes a little more sense to the human eye. But that may not be what you want. This guy looks like one of the Cenobites from Hellraiser. Alright, we close to the end? Oh, we are at the end. Yay! Alright, that's enough for Anonymous Bosch. Francisco de Goya. We're just going to buzz through these quickly because I don't know much about de Goya. There is a painting of his that I want, and it's the he-goat teaching witches, and it's just it's just an image that I love. I have a little Baphomet statue, and someone spotted it and called me a devil worshiper. But I'm not. I mean, because I'm non-Abrahamic. I don't really... If there is such a thing as a god or a devil, they are not the creators of the universe. At least not in my opinion. Anyway, I'm just going to buzz through these. I think, if anything, if they exist, they're pretenders, and if they don't exist, they don't exist. Yeah, see hands coming out of the fur detail. The great thing is that you can bring these into Photoshop easy enough and just use content aware. That's what it's called, content aware. And now content aware has become incredibly sophisticated and driven by AI now. So old versions of Photoshop, when you use content aware, it was pretty much hit or miss. Whatever the program gave you is what you were stuck with. You could always Control Z and do it again and do it again and do it again. You know, changing your selection outline little by little until you got it just the way you kind of want it. But now you can type into a prompt, straighten out Bigfoot's nipples, for Christ's sake. I'm just curious what this is down here. And I wish I had done enlargements on all of these, but I didn't have a chance. I do want to do a video on enlarging using Comfy UI and whatever model of SDXL you prefer. There's one called Juggernaut available on Civet AI. I haven't used it yet. I just downloaded it this morning, and I'm going to see what it can give me. And if it has these same positive embeddings, I don't know what else to call it, but these artist profiles to where I can say, you know, Give me a picture of a man picking his nose on a unicycle in the style of Frida Kahlo, and it will do it. It'll know who Frida Kahlo is. It'll know her style, and it knows what a unicycle and a man and what it means to be picking your nose, and the inherent danger of picking your nose on a unicycle. And we'll see if it gives me that. I don't know if it will. I hope it does. Because I think when you retrain or when you train a model, it still retains everything that it had been trained upon. And in the case of Stable Diffusion XL, that's more than 1,800 artists. And turned me on to some photographers I didn't know about. And some artists. There's one, John Atkinson Grimshaw. I got to look into his work more because if you do any kind of landscape and you put in that name, John Atkinson Grimshaw, you get an extremely detailed, beautifully hued painting. Friend of mine loves Goya. That's the one artist that just like speaks to him. And he's a dark, not really though. I don't know. Oh, that's it. And Salvador Dali. 64 of these. These are going to be fun, though. With lots of really weird little features here and there. I never got into Dali, really. But when I was a kid, I liked Alice Cooper. And when I would thumb through my brother's rock and roll magazines, he was 5 years older than me, he still is. I saw a picture of Alice Cooper with Salvador Dali. And it ends up they were friends. I also found out Alice Cooper was friends with, what's his name? Groucho Marx. And the story is Groucho had, what do you call it? Insomnia. That happens to a lot of older folks. It's happened to me right now. I'll get like occasional insomnia. I still need doxylamine to sleep. It used to be lorazepam, but you know, thankfully I stopped doing that. So yeah, Alice Cooper would, I think he lived next door to Groucho Marx. He would stop by with a 6-pack of Budweiser. Shitty beer, but wonderful, wonderful sentiment. And they would sit and watch old movies until Groucho would fall asleep. You know, and they would sit and have their beers together. I can just imagine the conversations. They were probably, I don't know. There was like this, for all of his antics, there was something really, really sorrowful about Groucho Marx. But I guess the same thing can be true. Can be said for any comedic actor or creator. I have my dark side, but I'm always bitching about it anyway, so it's like not a mystery. Ah, shit. You see, now the thing is, though, with Salvador Dali, if the nipples are fucked up, it's probably like the way it's supposed to be. Oh, wow. Oh, hey. Oh, shit. All right, my friend Garrett. I didn't realize I got the, what do you call it? The chat panel is off to the side. Yeah, yeah. Oh. Oh shit, I have to, I am signed in. God damn it. All right, hold on a second. Wait, no. Oh, wait. All right, now I think it should be. All right, now it's asking me to check my phone. I have a habit of you know what? Try another way. Tap yes on your phone or tablet. Yes, it's me. It's friggin' me. Why do I have Mike Chang on my goddamn phone? Add or confirm your recovery. Oh, just not now. Just stop. I just want to send my friend a little heart emoji. All I want to do. My whisper. Stop.
Yeah.
I just want to send my friend a little
shit!
heart
Now it's yelling at me.
emoji.
Just
Shut up. Shut up. How do I do this? Oh crap! It's giving me a bunch of other shit now. Fucking YouTube. Anyway, back to this. Yeah, this is the end of Salvador Dali. And yeah, these are all AI generated. And I think when we're done with this, give me a call and I'll tell you how to do this. You know who you are. Wow, he's got eyes for friggin' nipples. That's weird. It looks like he has mouths for kneecaps. Some shit like that. I don't know. Oh, wait till we get to the Norman Rockwell ones. They're pretty cool. This. And that's not Salvador Dali's signature, so I don't know what the hell it's doing. And that's the end of Salvador Dali. And next is Raphael Sanzio. And I'm just going to do the Madonna portraits. There are 32 of these, and they look a lot like the Leonardo da Vinci Mona Lisa. Although, well, Raphael did a bunch of portraits, and they all look, from what I remember, they looked really fucked up. Like they were really like poorly proportioned, and I guess they were flattering because the people that he was painting were probably like really screwed up looking. I don't know. Oh, yeah, that's just. Oh yeah. That doesn't look like Raphael. That one kind of does. That one, I don't know. I haven't studied art in a long time. I haven't even really looked at art. The only stuff I've really been looking at is like landscapes and shit like that. I don't even want to do these. I'll do the frescoes. But I'm going to start from the back because I don't know if I want to do all 64 of them. I think there's more than 64, I think. Oh, there's only 60. All right. We'll run through them. Raphael died at a very young age. He was like 35. I don't know what the hell's going on down here. He had one fresco that blew me away. It was called School of Athens. Fuck. Had nothing like this in it. But he included himself and Da Vinci and Michelangelo. But it's an amazing piece. Frescoes, you combine the hell? Oh. Looks like he's got a little hot pepper for a penis. Anyway, you combine the pigments with the plaster, and it's applied directly to the wall. And there's no erasing. And I imagine the same with oil paint. You can scrape the canvas. You could take a palette knife, you know, but still. Wow. There you go. This reminds me so much of Monty Python. And the way the hands are reminds me of Marty Feldman. Extra hand. But yeah, this is how I've been. Oh my God. Look at that shit. A lot of these I'm really just like taking a close look at for the first time. because I generated just so many of them. And all I really had a chance to do was to separate the base ones from the refined ones. And you can see the refined ones are pretty messed up. Actually, you can see up here the eye. But like I said, that can be repaired with negative prompts. And also, wait, what was that? 45 more. Oh, I see what that is. All right. Wait a minute. What am I doing? Okay. Oh, that's the last one. Botticelli. Should I just skip these? There's only 32 of them. Botticelli, if you've ever seen the painting of Venus standing in the clamshell, the naked lady in the clamshell, that's Botticelli. If you ever read The Agony and the Ecstasy, the story of Michelangelo, Botticelli comes across as a real chicken shit. But I don't know. Well, this looks more like him. The puppy. These are actually kind of cool. When you're doing, holy shit. When you're doing, what do you call it? Depictions by other artists, and you want other figures, use the word populated. It works for me. What the hell? Let me see. Look at the face on that. We should be close to done by now. Oh. Ah. Alright, that's the end of Botticelli. Norman Rockwell. This is going quicker than I thought it would. Oh, shit, I didn't... Oh, wow. Oh, there's 432 of these. Alright. Shit. Shit. Oh, I think I wanted to show the difference between the... Well, this is good. I can show the difference between the base and the refined versions of each render. So this is base. This is refined. You see the difference, especially in the detail of the figures, especially Bigfoot. You can see the fur detail. Although in the human figures, well, yeah. So we'll just do a few of these. But you could also see how, like in this one here, how this got formed into something different. The hand right here. The little, it looks like a child's head here, but it turns into an adult grotesque. And this right here. And what the hell is he wearing? There we go. Oh, this is great. Yeah, Norman Rockwell, I knew was going to give me like the best results. Yay. Wine and cake. I like how the house and the truck meld into one. See, the refinement works well on a lot of these. Like, it actually turns this mess of root and fur into a kind of a dog. But then you can do something called inpainting, where you mask this out. And, I mean, whether you use content-aware fill in Photoshop or whether you do it using inpainting, it doesn't matter, because you can just, like, mask that area out, prompt what you want there, whether it's the removal of this detail and you just want grass and feet and whatever, or if you want a little pooch, you know, choice is yours. What the hell? I don't know what. Yeah, that's just weird. It's getting really weird, like in here. Here it did all right. Yeah, Norman Rockwell gives like the best results, but I'm going to stop there with him. And we got, whoops, we got three more. Peter Paul Rubens. I always just liked his brush technique. We'll just run through a few of these. I'm going to be cutting this off. We're going on 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours, so... And I don't know if I used the term populated. Yeah, I did. And we ended up with this. So yeah, there we go. I'm going to work these backwards. And you can see the file names. They're all even because these are the refined ones. I wanted to play some Arma tonight, but I might put that off. Yeah, I think I'm going to put that off. I think I want to... There's a guy who goes by the name Consumption, but the O in Consumption is the number 0. And he shows you how to do an install of Stable Diffusion using a virtual environment within Windows, which I find kind of intriguing. Although I have a feeling I'm going to probably end up doing the Linux thing. Um, at the same time, I kind of want to. I got a laptop back in May and it's running Windows 11. And Microsoft seems really desperate now. Like, I'm constantly getting, you know, your Microsoft One storage account is almost full. You get like 5 GB. I didn't put shit on there. So what is it full of? It's just what they took random 4.99 GB of my data and just put it up to that their cloud service. I mean, or what is it, like a bunch of DLLs out of Windows? It's just Microsoft is so full of shit. And definitely ain't going Apple. I have the money for that shit. But I'll tell you, at least the shit works. All right. These aren't populated anymore, so I'm going to shut it down. Caravaggio. I used to love Caravaggio. It's so visceral. I'm going to go grab another beer. Caravaggio was the guy who started. Wait, there's no. Oh, yeah, that's empty. Ooh, excuse me. Caravaggio is the guy who started doing like really dramatic lighting. He didn't have that neutral lighting, he had like stage lighting. Really dark shadows and contrasting that with the highlights, and you can see this is more like him. These are, except he didn't have like weird shit like this going on. But then again, he didn't have 64 cores. He didn't have 20 gigabytes of video RAM. Some of these are gorgeous, though. I mean, Bigfoot's gorgeous. And this guy looks like all fucked up, but the head looks good. This one's... I've looked through the Caravaggio ones. It's awesome. There was another artist that succeeds him, and her name is Artemisia Gentileschi, and she was known as Caravaggia, the female Caravaggio, and she did this one painting. What the hell was it called? But it was a biblical scene. That's what they were into. Look at the holy. But yeah, and it was a guy, a woman slashing a man's throat, and I think it was Herod who was getting his throat slashed. I don't remember. I'm an apathist. Yep. Oh yeah. Fingerhead. Actually, I'm going to be doing some composing. Probably not tonight. Although nowadays, with I have Presonus Studio One and Reason Studios, and the reason I got Presonus is because it comes with what do you call it? Oh, what the hell is that called? Melodyne. And what you can do with Melodyne is if you have a microphone, you can just la 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 into the microphone, and you put it into Melodyne, and Melodyne will fart back MIDI notes. So now you have MIDI notes going da 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 da, and you can assign any MIDI instrument to it. And that's why I wish Michael Jackson was still alive, because that's how he used to compose. He would sit in front of a microphone, he would go, and he would figure out, all right, what was that melody I just sang? And he would sit there, whether it was a keyboard or I don't know if he played guitar or anything, but I know he played keyboards, and boom, you know. And who knows? Maybe he didn't play keyboards. Maybe he just wrote it out because he had, you know, thousands of years of experience with music. I bet he can, you know, pick out middle C like that. I was never really a fan of his music, like from Thriller on, but before Thriller, yeah, he was a great singer and interesting. Thriller was good. It just wasn't for me. You know, I'm like a Yes fan. Anyway, we'll close out with Pablo Picasso. And we'll just run through these. I was never a big Picasso fan. I never got into Cubism. But that's what this style is, from what I understand. I put Cubic Painting of Bigfoot by Pablo Picasso. And there's a famous painting of, I think it's called Guernica. But it was depicting the attack by the, what were they called? The Spanish Republicans at this one town. And I think that's where Junker's 87 Stuka dive bombers were first employed. I really don't remember, because a long time ago I stopped giving a damn. Yeah, these just aren't for me. Not a Picasso guy. Anyway, before I go, where are the ones that I came up with today? No, it's not these. It's these. All right. But these I didn't come up with today. These I sorted out today. But these are called arboliths. Arbor meaning tree, lith meaning stone. And what they are the petrified remains of ancient trees. From our perspective, where we are in the 21st century, they are future trees. They come into existence in about 80, 90,000 years from now. They grow for 100, 200,000 years. And some process, I don't know what, because I'm not a sciencey kind of guy, petrifies them. And it's after they've already died and rotted. And this is what remains of them. Except these depictions are much smaller. In my mind, they're tens of thousands of feet high. And I got more. I want to do more, so. This one? These are kind of cool too. I think there's supposed to be a person down here. But yeah. And this world is populated by warm-blooded arthropods that range in size from about the size of your thumb to the size of a 3-story house. And these arthropods are from a variety of orders of insects and arachnids and isopods and all kinds. And there are snails, but they're gastropods, but still. And I used to take pictures of tree stumps and try to make them look like this, but I couldn't do it. I struggled so hard in Photoshop. And boom. This little piece of software comes along. Free software. Comfy UI is the interface to control Stable Diffusion, which is the software that creates what I struggle to do in Photoshop. And it's free. They just gave it to me. They gave it to everyone. I'm going to go through maybe one more directory. But this just totally... Yeah, here we go. I don't like these as much, though. Well, yeah, maybe. Yeah. I just have to tailor them now to my own specifications and my own wacky desires. You can tell they're artificial because there's no ground clutter. There's no ground litter. There are no leaves. There's plenty of deciduous, what do you call it? You know, I'm sure wind would blow this way too, but there's nothing. This little guy, I'm sure, changes color in the fall. Nope. Ansel Adams. Yeah. 10,000 foot tall tree stumps. Petrified. You know what? I want to do this one. Really quick. This is the one I did today. Well, I sorted them out today. This one I like a lot. And that one. And that one. But within painting, I would just mask out an area like right down here and say if I want to cover it with moss, I can do that. Oh, yeah. And this is what I'm going to close with. This is a blessing. What I might do is come up here and use content aware fill to remove the sun. That way I just have the, what do you call it? The suggestion of a sun behind this foliage. This is gorgeous. I wish this existed. Although I see a problem now up here where there's nothing supporting this ground. So maybe I can come in here. I would enlarge this first before I start screwing around with it. You know, give the computer more pixels to work with. This is gorgeous. Again, no ground litter. Plenty of leaf-bearing plants, but that's beautiful too. I love all of these. It was so hard to go through these, so difficult to pick out 5 or 6 out of like 25, 30, 40, 60, 100, however many. Oh, God. Like, I would love to walk through here and then climb up here and then fall down and not get hurt. I'm just gonna look at these. These made it to the second round, or the second to last round. This one I really like. And it seems to have like suggestion of detritus down here. Let's see. Yeah, there's more here. I use the names of certain photographers. I don't remember their names. I'm really embarrassed about that. But I've had some serious head injuries, like 3 of them. One of them put me in the hospital for a while. So when people talk about head injuries and it's really funny. It's a real thing. Thing is, though, I have a sense of humor, so I make head injury jokes too. All right, I was trying to make a point, but I forgot what the fuck it was. Shit. Yep. And don't blame it on the weed. It's not that. God, I love these. What I have to do, though, is do something to just create the suggestion that this is not trying to become, the ground. That these trees, these treetops are a continuation of what's down here. That's pretty. Oh, I know what I was going to say too. Some of the photographers whose names that I used to get these images had people in their photos. And sometimes they're women in flowing gowns looking back at the camera like, what are you looking at? And, but they're not included in this batch. I gotta get those people out of there because they weird me out. This one's cool. That one's cool too. They're all cool. I love these things. Anyway, I'm sure that's the last one. Yep, it's the last one. And I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to go back to me. Yay. Many blessings and many thanks. I'm not sure when I'll be back. Oh, Sunday, day after tomorrow. I'll be back with workout update. What the hell do I call it? Something like that. But yeah, I've gained weight. I'm over 150 pounds again. I'm not too worried about it because I started taking creatine. And from what I understand, there's some water retention. It's supposed to do great. It's supposed to do wonders with the skin. My skin feels good. But I've been I use the CeraVe moisturizer out of the shower and after I shave. I got this new stuff from Nivea. Is it Nivea? Something like that. But it's a creatine face cream. And I'll put that on like after my face is dry from the CeraVe. And then, of course, I have the Glow by Aspen K, which I really like. Which really, my face, I used to break out really bad in these sores. And they would bleed sometimes, and they hurt like fuck. And they sucked. They were awful. And I looked it up and found out it was seborrheic dermatitis. So I go around telling people I have seborrheic dermatitis. That's what it is. It's seborrheic dermatitis. It's fucking dandruff. It's the clinical name for dandruff. dandruff on my face to the point where it was flaking, breaking open, and hurting like hell. So the CeraVe and well, tell you the truth, the first moisturizer I used was Jergens, but I was reading things about phthalates and other things of that nature, so I stopped using the Jergens. I picked up the CeraVe because it's a reputable brand, and it's a common brand, and it's well spoken of. I started using that. I tried this other stuff called Thrive that was really nice. And Thrive, actually, they were the ones. Thrive moisturizer. They said, don't use alcohol-based aftershave. You're killing your skin. Use a moisturizer. Use our moisturizer. So I did, and my skin went from flaky, dry, and fucked up to feeling pretty damn good. I'm 55 years old. I mean, I know I look 50-ish, 55-ish. I know I don't look 60, so. But the one thing that really pisses me off is that for a long time, and continuing, the whole idea of using moisturizer or using anything that a woman would use made you a metrosexual. And now look, I mean, I'm not exactly dressed like a manly man right now, but the idea of keeping the largest organ on your body, your skin, the idea of keeping that healthy is somehow makes you less of a man. You know, that's why I kind of like the idea. I love this shirt. I love this. I want more of these shirts, but in different colors. I want more of these pants. I love these pants. The thing is, though, you have to wear something underneath them. You have to wear a gaff. Otherwise, because the skin, it's made for women. So it basically, like, you could see every contour of my kneecap right now. So you can imagine, you know, if you don't wear underwear. I don't wear underwear because of skid marks. Beer, it just makes the truth come out. Anyway, though, yeah, I want more of these pants. I love these things. You get them on Amazon. They're like $20, something like that. Ah, shit. Anyway, many blessings and many thanks. I'll be back Sunday, and I hope to see you then. Until then, take care and best wishes to you and all you love. Good health, good fortune, and lasting happiness. Oh shit, where's the thing? Here's the thing. There's the thing. Alright. Anyway, good night, everyone. I don't know if I'm going to be back to play Arma. I want to play Arma. I don't think I'm going to play Arma. I don't think so. I think I should clean up in here so I can fold out to bed, get some sleep. But thank you to everyone who viewed, and many blessings and many thanks once again.